Welcome to Gym Bags with me, Mel Byron.
And me, Judith Barrass.
Judith.
Hello again, Mel.
So hello. Nice how are you? I mean, you got a puffer thing on. It's chilly,
I know.
Isn't it?
You know what happened this morning? Because I didn't have any clients, I didn't put the heating on. And I never thought, I'm going to be sat here talking to you. I need some heating on. So I had to nip back in the house, and I'm in the pink, Mel, because I'm with you.
You're in the pink.
I'm in the pink because I'm with you.
Oh, get away with you. Get away with you.
I know you love a scarf.
Oh my God, I love a scarf. I think maybe we should make scarves a thing for every episode during the whole day.
We'll have a gym bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Louis Vuitton.
Oh. I could see that.
I could see that. Different color palette, maybe.
Yeah.
We thought pink is lovely. It goes with your skin. Yeah, I'm striking. But
you're striking.
So maybe we should tell people why we do this.
I think we should tell people why we do this, because they just think these two women are rabbiting on. But we need to tell them where we came from, don't we? Why we decided to do this. Can you remember why?
Because you said, wouldn't it be a good idea if I said
hang on a minute. You need to back up, girl. If you remember, you and I were doing a festival, a comedy festival, and one of our comedy chums, shall we mention him, Mark Ahaya, hope I've pronounced that correctly, he's a great baker.
Yes.
And if you remember, he brought cake.
Oh my God, didn't he?
Yeah, he brought some lush cake. Fabulous. And you were looking longingly at the cake, and you said,
I can't eat the cake.
You said, cake is my downfall. Get away from me with the cake.
I know. And then I had some anyway. So
yeah, then you had some anyway, because it was a cold, blustery day. We were in a tent. We were getting ready to go on stage.
Yeah.
We were in the zone. And you said, cake is my downfall, and you patted your tum. And I said, I can help you with that, because I never switch off being a fitness instructor. This is what people say, just switch off, woman, do you have to? And you said, please help with your little angelic face.
I did.
Do your little there she is.
Well, it's not so little, my angelic face.
And you said, help me. And I said, we should do a podcast.
And I said, what a marvelous idea. And here we are. And
the rest is history. Here I am, sat in a cold shed.
I haven't got the heating on because I'm not switching the heating on until it gets really cold. And apparently that's good for it, isn't it? If we're cold, we burn more calories. Is that correct?
Well, they keep saying this, but I have yet to read the scientific research about that. I know if you go from one temperature to another temperature, that is actually a real strain on your system. Say you work in the fridges in some large supermarket, I won't mention them, and you've got your body warmer on, and then you come out into the store and you're stacking your shelves, and then you go back in the cold store, and that is a real strain on your body, and that will actually make you burn calories. But as for just sat in a cold room or sat in a sauna, doing the opposite. A sauna just sweats out fluid, and then you drink fluid and you put it back in. You don't actually lose any weight, you're just losing fluid. But as for cold, I've yet to read the research on that, and maybe I've missed something doing all the other CPD research that I do constantly. Because
I read somewhere, somebody said that part of the reason why we are, as a race, fatter than we used to be, particularly in the rich part of the West, the richer part of the world.
Where you live. Yeah, right.
The global north, is that because we have central heating.
Well,
we pump it up.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a case for that. I think we're getting we're getting soft. And I think a word that we used in our episode 1 and 2 and 3 was indulgence. We indulge ourselves too much. We indulge ourselves with our heating on. We indulge ourselves with cakes and biscuits that we don't need. Yeah, I think we've just got a bit soft, and we indulge ourselves too much across the board. And I'm not saying, go live in a tent and you'll be healthier. You might be less stressed if you don't take your phone with you.
Ooh, yeah.
But there's a happy medium, isn't there? There's a happy medium. Maybe not the happy medium that my husband would like. Me won't let me put the heating on yet.
Well, I feel a bit the same. I feel like it's cold, but it's only just got cold, and therefore we should just hang on a bit.
You don't know what to wear, do you? You go out with your scarf, and by the time you get into town, it's warm, and you go into a coffee shop and it's definitely hot. And look at all the coffee shops and the cake shops and the temptations now we've got in the high street. There's just too much temptation.
There were cafes when we were kids.
Yeah.
I just remember, and I don't know if it was the same for you. So, because we're of an age. I mean, I'm in my 50s. I'm looking 60 in the face. Is that it was a treat. It was a treat, wasn't it? If you went to a cafe and let's be honest, it wasn't healthy stuff. It was a lemonade and a jam tart, but it was a treat. It wasn't something you did. Now we go to Starbucks or whatever. Other coffee shops are available.
Say that. Yeah.
Without kind of breaking into it, don't think about it. Even though they're actually probably proportionally much more expensive than the lemonade and jam tart places.
Yeah, so much more expensive. I mean, when you went with your mum and dad for lemonade and jam tart, how much did they pay for a cup of tea? A tea bag with some hot water poured on it. And now how much are we paying for it? And we expect it, don't we? We expect it. And I think the whole point is, like I keep saying, we indulge ourselves, and probably the shareholders of all these coffee shops will now be saying, "Don't watch this podcast. She's telling you all wrong."
But here's the thing, and this I suppose comes back to what we do and why we do it, is so we counterbalance that. So there's all the talk of wellness and taking care of yourself, and I feel like I'm a bit of a hypocrite, really. Because I do those things. Like I go to the coffee shop and I don't actually drink coffee, as we talked about, I think last time, about I don't drink coffee. So I'll have a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And I might have a piece of cake, generally not, but I will have a hot chocolate. But never mind, because I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
And so we kind of feel like, and this is a question I've been wanted to ask you for ages. So I am by all objective measures overweight. And it's good that you can only see me from here up. Although yes, the incipient turkey neck is coming through. So I'm going to the gym, and the last 4 months I've been going to the gym fairly regularly. I have lost not 1 gram.
Oh,
I know, and I know it's because I'm still doing the other stuff. But when I go to the gym, I go on the cross trainer, and there's all those different things you can press, manual and hill climb and stuff. And I always press fat burn. And yet I haven't. Why? Why not, Judith?
Well, to start off with, you've got to look at how many calories was in that hot chocolate.
Lots.
And then how long you've got to go on that machine in fat burning zone to be able to burn that off. Now, I'm sorry to tell you that you're going to be on there nearly all afternoon, and you need to get back, and you need to be writing, and you need to be editing this podcast. You need to be doing more important things than spending all afternoon on that cross trainer. Because that's what they call the fat burning zone. Because, to burn fat, you need lots of oxygen in. And you're pottering away, Mel's feeling very pleased with herself after having her hot chocolate. She's pottering away, but she's got to be there for a long time and taking in lots of oxygen. Yeah.
Right.
So what I do is train harder for a lot shorter time, and my lots of oxygen time is when I'm asleep, burning fat.
I've heard this before. People say to me, unless you get a full night's sleep, it's all pointless anyway.
Right, sleep is very important, and and again we're going off on a diversion. Come back to your cross trainer.
All right, let's mark sleep as a thing for a future episode.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in that one.
Right. So I'm back on the cross trainer.
She's back on the cross trainer. Why not? Because you haven't got a lot of time. Why not work really hard for a short amount of time, get all huffy and puffy, come back and recover. Yeah, then go back and work really, really hard. And we're talking hard, Mel. You know, you women, oh, I'm all sweaty. Oh dear. Oh, my makeup. Oh, get over it, woman. Sorry, I should be pink and fluffy. So you work hard, you come back, you recover. You can recover. I'm not that cruel. I'm not making you stay up there all the time and then fall off the cross trainer. Work hard, say 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Come back, get your breath back. So that fat burning zone, we're working here and here and here and here and here and here. And then we don't have to work. Hang on, I'm going off screen. We don't have to work that far. We only have to maybe do 20 minutes. And then Mel is back at her desk and she's feeling refreshed.
So I can go on the cross trainer, do 1 minute on the maximum setting,
or whatever you can manage. What is hard work for you today? Because I don't know how fit you are.
Clearly desperately unfit. Yes.
So your top end won't be like an 18-year-old fit as a butcher's top end, but it's your top end. It's yours. Own it, girl. Own it.
Right.
So you're up there. But I haven't told you the secret yet.
Okay, there's a secret.
There's a secret. Well, there's two secrets. The first secret is if you get your heart rate up there for a short amount of time, when you're back at your desk, tippy tappy, you're still burning calories.
What? Wait. I'm writing this down. Hang on. Judith's secrets.
That's secret number one.
Okay.
Secret number one. So you can potch along for ages. And when you stop, you stop.
Right.
You have your shower, you go home, you say your desk, your system's gone. We're not doing that anymore. But if you go, 8 times, if you can manage 8 times, 8's the magic number. And there is scientific research about that. Why 8 is a magic number? I don't have the answer to that. I don't have the answer to everything, unfortunately. But that is one secret.
Okay.
The other secret is about weight training, which we could do on another episode. But it's about making yourself into a sports car that will burn loads of calories when it's stuck at traffic lights, or in my case, when I'm asleep. That's when my body gets to work on the fat. Now, again, like we're saying, if you don't have a good night's sleep, you might be doing all the best things in the gym and you're not giving your body time to burn the fat. So that's where.
So is there then, talking about time, so if I want to go to the gym and do that, your 8 times magic number, is there an optimum time of day for me to do that? Well,
that again would come down to genetics and there is, you got a bit of a wiggle room in there. Some people say do it first thing in the morning before breakfast and all of that, but if that doesn't suit you, then that's maybe not the best time. Some people, especially men, can do it like that. But some women, their blood sugar will be too low to go off and work really hard. And you don't want to be working on low blood sugar if you've got a stressful job, if you're going through a divorce, if you're moving house. I would never have my clients working on an empty stomach really hard when they're going through a stressful time in their life, because it's stressful on your body. That's what we're doing. Stress, recover, stress, so we don't want to put them onto too much stress, because then we come to cortisol, the stress hormone, which makes you store fat around your belly.
Yeah.
So you've got these wonderful business women, they work out in the gym and they do everything and they eat clean and they have sushi for lunch and they've still got a little pot belly.
Yeah, I see that actually in the gym. I see women, I think, oh my God, you're so beautifully sculpted. And yet you're
stressed.
Yeah. That's purely cortisol.
Stress belly.
I mean, there's a name for it.
I've just given it one.
Oh, okay.
Stress belly, stress tummy, stress tired tummy.
I like stress belly. That sounds like a rock band.
Appearing tonight.
Yes, stress. Hey, let's form a band.
Stress belly.
Tonight, Judith and Mel stress belly.
I'm learning to play the banjolele, but
well, I could be the lead singer because I've got the stress belly. Honestly, one day we're going to do one of these, aren't we? We're going to go outside, we're going to walk around, we're going to stand up, and then everybody can have a good look at my stress belly, stress thighs, stress.
If you take all this advice, you're not going to have it, Mel.
Yeah, mate. So are you saying we should be doing before and afters?
We've missed a trick. We should have done it before we started.
No, do you know what? I did have a fitness trainer years ago, and she said, let's take a before and after photo. And I refused to let her take one. And the reason I refused to let her take a before photo was because deep in my heart, I knew there wasn't going to be an after photo, and there wasn't.
That's
8 weeks with her and I looked exactly the same.
You did? Yeah. Well, we need to unpick what you were, I won't say what you're doing wrong, but maybe things you could have done.
I think it was me. I don't think it was her. I genuinely, and that's why, and I think that's kind of, well, do you know how your brain, like if I go on that machine and I press fat burn, I press it because I think, oh, that'll be a thing to do. I don't press it genuinely thinking I'm going to burn fat. And as we all know, as I tell my clients when I'm coaching, I don't coach fitness, which I think is fairly obvious. If you believe it, it will happen. And if you go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be a car crash, then you are inviting a car crash.
So what I like to do with my clients is feed their brain so that they can make better decisions. Right. And so the future looks rosier and the future looks achievable. Because if your brain is starved of the nutrients it needs, or it's overloaded with sugar, and it's addicted to sugar, it is not going to function. It is not going to make good decisions, good food decisions, good exercise decisions, or thinking, I can do this if it's, if the steam of the sugar is coming out your ears. It's just confused. So the first thing I do is assess people's food diaries and get them more eating for their brain. Right. And then if we get everything balanced, their body can look after itself. The human body loves to look after itself, and your brain wants to look after your body. But if your brain is swimming in a chemical soup of crap food,
let's be honest, then
I think we better leave it there.
I think you've given us so much, and it's lovely how you talked about things looking rosier whilst dressed as a rose. I think but you're absolutely right, and now I've got stuff to think about. So
yes, stuff to think about. and we can explore all the things more in depth about brain food and fat bellies, stress bellies.
Stress belly.
Yeah, in another episode.
We will. Okay, stress bellies are coming, people. And that's it for this time from me, Mel Byron.
And me, Judith Barrass.
We are the Gym Bags. Bye.
See you for now.